Hey, I'm Dwayne Morris, the Urban Soul Chef, and today I am going to harvest some greens that I grew organically, some collard greens, and they are looking beautiful. So we're going to pick them and we're going to show you how to cook them once again, getting ready for Thanksgiving, Christmas, and this is the perfect time for collard greens. It is the fall season and the leaves are tender. I'm not going to the store. I'm picking what I have labored for. All right, stay tuned. These are the collard greens that I have been growing. I planted these during the summer. I've harvested from them before, but this is the first time I'm harvesting them in the fall. No pesticides. I only use organic pesticides. Can't even remember what I use, but I use something organic, and you can see how those leaves look beautiful. No bugs, nothing. Can't remember what I use right now. Oh, I know what I use. I use garlic water. That's what I use, garlic water. I put some garlic in some water and let it ferment for a couple of days, and I use that as my pesticide, and it works. Works wonders. Look at that. Beautiful. Now I'm getting ready to pick these, and we're gonna have collard greens tonight. All right, we picked the greens, and now what we're gonna do is boil some water. Get it halfway full. Put some salt as well as onion powder, garlic powder, and the neck bones or whatever type meat you're cooking with. Put it in, and we're going to put it on the heat and let it boil. We're creating a broth with the meat. All right, we've cleaned the greens. That's not on camera, but we've cleaned the greens and washed them, and we got them laid out, getting ready to cut them. So we're going to roll them up, and if you notice, they're very tender. That's due to my organic pesticides. That's the garlic water that was fermented. I think it made the greens a little tender as well. So we're cutting the greens. We don't want to cut them too thin. We want them thick enough to get on the fork. That is beautiful. Just take your time and cut them. All right. The greens are cut, and you see, I don't have big stalks either. I don't wait till they get super huge. It's big enough, because the bigger they get, the tougher they are as well. And we can see the water is boiling. Nice neck bone broth, and I like cooking my meat in the broth, and I like eating the meat in there as well. It's boiling real good. So what I do is, once the broth is rolling, I layer the greens in. I put them in one handful at a time. That's beautiful. Beautiful. So I layer them in, a handful in, let those cook for about a minute, and then I put another handful in, and I keep going until I have all the greens in there. It takes about, I'll say 15 minutes before you can see them looking like this. And you cook them as long as you need to cook them to your preference. I don't like to overcook mine. Look at that meat. See all that flavor? It's not diluted flavor, but you'll still taste the hickory in the meat. And look at all that flavor in the broth. Now, there we go, finished product. I didn't include any liquor in there because I wanted to just see how good the greens look. Beautiful. And all you need is greens, neck bones, water, salt, onion powder, a little garlic powder, and you're good to go. You'll have some beautiful greens. And like I say, eating collard greens in the wintertime, I think is the best time to eat them because they are a lot tender than you experience with the summer and spring greens.